What's going on, people? And it does not get bigger than this. Arsenal face Real Madrid Champions League quarter-final under the lights Tuesday night. And this is the game of all games if you're an Arsenal fan. And do you know what? I don't buy into this narrative that's been talked about by the masses. Since this draw was made, all I've heard is that Arsenal are going out. Arsenal are not winning this. Arsenal are getting battered. Arsenal won't handle Real Madrid. But people forget, like, we're not some bums. And I don't buy into this narrative of Arsenal are getting battered, Arsenal are losing, Arsenal are being beaten. Obviously, the biggest news going into this is that Gabriel's out injured. And that was a blow. We're not going to lie about it. That's a massive blow. He's probably been our best defender this season. Also, he's been a big threat to us from set pieces. Saying that, I actually saw us win at the Bernabeu before. I've seen us knock out Real Madrid with Philip Senderos at the back. Yes, Philip Senderos, if you know, was at the back defending against the phenomenon R9, the greatest striker in my humble opinion. And we went through, kept a clean sheet, both legs. So this narrative of like Arsenal are done, I don't buy it. Like I said to you, I don't buy it. And plus, whenever the majority goes against one side, I always lean the other way, man. Football don't work like that when you expect to win. But obviously, Real Madrid are massive favourites. Let's not get it twisted. They got the pedigree, they got the experience, and they got the know-how. And they are the reigning champions at the minute. They've got, I think the game's going to be an important game as in how Arsenal play midfield. I think the midfield is going to be a key battle. And that's where from an Arsenal perspective, I think Declan Rice is the man to have a big game for us. Odegaard and Partey would do their thing, but Declan Rice, the way he gets up and down, he has to be on Jude Bellingham. He has to be on Jude because Jude Bellingham is different class. He knows how to make them runs. But I think the biggest battle is on the wings. I think it's on the wings. Obviously, we'll have Starboy back. I don't know if he'll start, but by the looks of things, I think he'll start because he got 45 minutes at Everton and got a little 25 minutes against Fulham. So I think he will start. Personally, with me, I won't start Saka. He's our star boy. I know he's a secret weapon. I would have started Wanyeri and bring on Saka probably, but get Wanyeri going early on and then Saka later on and to do the finishing touches. But to stop their attack is a major test for this Arsenal team, especially with Kivior at the back instead of Gabriel. But I think the battle's just on the wing. And I, for one, I'm glad Jurriën Timber is back and fit because I need him against Vinny Jr. Don't get me wrong, Ben White, he's been good for us. But Ben White, one-on-one defending, I'd rather Timber. Timber, I think, is a better defender. I prefer Timber, I'm not going to lie. I think he's a better one-on-one defender. He's physical, he's technically good. And Vinny's tricky, so I'm comfortable with having Timber there. And on the other side, Lewis Skelly, he's been excellent, but he's coming up against Rodrigo. And Rodrigo's kind of unpredictable. He's a very good player, but he's kind of unpredictable. He can go hot and cold, but I trust in Lewis Skelly. But obviously, our major concern from an Arsenal's perspective is where is our goals going to come from? Obviously, we don't have a 9. And is Arteta going to go with Trossard as the 9 or Miko Marino? Personally, I'll stick with the Marino situation. I like the fact that he's not the best at it, but he's doing a job for us, and he can get around. He's a bit more physical than Trossard. Trossard would just keep wanting to play short, but I think Moreno, because of his aerial ability as well, we could give them troubles. And let's not get it twisted. Real Madrid haven't been in the greatest of forms. They just lost at home to Valencia. I know people say the same thing all the time. Oh, but when it comes to the Champions League, Real Madrid get it done. I know, I heard that, I've seen it. I've seen them win games when they're not supposed to win. But it stops now. It stops now. Because I believe people keep talking about this game like it's Real Madrid playing Wolves or something. No due disrespect to Wolves. But they're going on like we're a dead team. We haven't conceded more than 3 goals in about more than 2 years now. We're solid defensively. If we can get our act together, attacking wise, I think people will be surprised. I think people will be surprised. And okay, I get the how you're gonna stop them, but they can be stopped. And if any team can do it, it's Arsenal with this defensive solidity. As a whole team, as a unit, we defend well. Obviously anything can happen on the night, but I'm not subscribing to that. We ain't got no chance. I think we got a chance, and I honestly think we will win. I'm going for a 2-0, which would be a perfect result to take back to the Santiago Bernabeu, where we just have to defend. And let's not get it twisted. We've seen this before. We've done it before. We're the only team to have won at the Bernabeu, the only English team. So we can. And the last time we played Real Madrid, we knocked them out. Same place, quarterfinals. So let's run it back. Let's run it back. And that Real Madrid team was a phenomenal team. Zidane, Ronaldo, Beckham, Roberto Carlos. Need I say more? With this Real Madrid team, in my humble opinion, they weren't as good as that. But again, we had Henry at his peak. We don't have that. I get it. But we also had Philip Senderos at the back. And now we've got Kivio. So things balance itself out over time. But still, they're the major favourites. They've got all their attacking flair. They got all their weapons. Mbappe has to be stopped by his best mate Saliba. We got to deal with it. We got to go how it is. But I think it will be cagey. But I'll take any victory. I reckon it'll be 2-0 to Arsenal. I really do. But I'll take any result that keeps us in the game going into the Bernabeu. Be honest. Because obviously we've got no striker. I'd come here with a lot more chest if we had a striker. And we had Gabriel at the back. But we don't. And it is what it is. But I'm not gonna overdo it. I think we will win 2-0. That's a good result. But then we go and see what it is. But I believe. So Arsenal fans, get behind the team. Stop all this negativity all the time. All right, it wasn't to be our season in the league, but injuries have caused that. And I see enough from this team to think that, yeah, we can stop Real Madrid. We can stop them. And I think we will. So let me know what you think. Highlight your boy, subscribe, like, peace, and I'm out.